You're listening to an Airwave Media Podcast.
We took it all. We brought them to our land. An endless night, ember hot and icy cold. The rage of the earth. We made this curse. Carved it in the blood on our backs. We did not see. We could not, but she did. And in the end,
what will I become?
Senua's Saga. Hellblade 2.
Play it now with Game Pass.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neil, and Jeff. This is Triviality.
Hello and welcome to Triviality. This is a bonus little game we got going for community. If you haven't seen the show, you might not know many answers to these questions, but we really wanted to start doing some more of these kind of games where we can really kind of knock down to a certain topic. So if you're really interested in it, something for you. Joining me in the studio today is Neil, who is he's eating some kind of cake, it looks like.
That is a lemon loaf. Yes.
A lemon loaf. Excellent. Having a good time over here. He won't be taking part in this because he doesn't know anything about the show. And Ken just left. He didn't want any part of it either.
Yeah, Ken just bounced. I'm just here to tell you that if this is the first time you're listening to Triviality, because I found out that a lot of people pick the bonus episodes because they know it, like you said, and they just listen randomly. This isn't our normal format, so if you listen to any other episode, every week we release a 1-hour game with about 35 questions about general knowledge trivia, so feel free to check out one of those other episodes. But like you said, if you want to hear community questions, then you should be listening today, and I don't know anything about community, so I'm just going to be eating my lemon loaf.
And if you want to hear those questions on another show, you probably will not. There will probably be one every 25 to 30 episodes, maybe. Joining me as a co-host today will be Jeff. Jeff, big community fan, right, Jeff?
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, it's fun, and I think that the show has kind of gotten a second life when it got put on Netflix earlier. Pretty much at the start of the pandemic, I started seeing a lot more people talking about the show.
Yeah, I mean, I think it got a little resurgence with the success of Rick and Morty, seeing as how that was Dan Harmon's first real big show. But yeah, certainly glad to see people talking about it. And there's no perfect show, but I think it was pretty strong throughout. Despite some issues that may or may not have happened during the show run, but definitely one of my favorite shows. Solid comedy through.
Yeah, been canceled, brought back, canceled, showrunners fired, all the normal things that happen to a successful TV show.
I don't think there's a question about this, so move to Yahoo.
Yeah, the Yahoo screens. I think I could not figure out how to watch season 5. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know where it was, and I didn't have the program, so I didn't watch it. Until it came back on Netflix. But we're talking about this super show, so we have some super fans to be on today who are going to be contestants answering questions. First, let's meet Louie DeRoxas from Westford, Massachusetts. How are you doing today, Louie?
I am doing well. Thanks for asking.
What is your favorite character from the show?
Man, there's so many. I'd probably say either LeVar Burton or Officer Kukowski, maybe Hector the Well-Endowed.
Oh, there's all the classics, all the most popular characters. Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yep. So I'm Louie Butt Soup DeRoxas. I'm just that's not my actual name. I'm based out of Westford, Massachusetts, about 40 minutes outside of Boston or so. I got into community with my brother back in college, and it's been one of our favorite shows. We have our secret handshake is Troy and Abed's secret handshake, so it's definitely just my favorite show ever. It's been so diverse, so clever, and I'm happy to be here.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here today. Let's meet our next contestant. It's going to be Jenny Perez from Sandy, Oregon. Jenny, let me ask you, what is your favorite season of Community? And it's probably the 4th one, I know.
Definitely not the monkey gas year. Let's be clear about that. No, favorite season has to be season 3. I think it starts great with that musical number and just has so many of my favorite recurring gags and my favorite episode, Remedial Chaos Theory.
Awesome. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here too. Community has been the thing for my husband and I. When we were first dating, I got him to watch the show. And of course, it was an episode where Troy and Abed were acting normal. And I spent the whole time trying to tell him, no, this isn't what it's really like. But it became such a part of our relationship that when we got engaged, he made a video game to propose to me. And in the game, he put all the characters from Community as they appear in their video game episode. And at the end, he had Abed say, well, why don't you check your pocket? And that's when my husband pulled out the ring to propose. So it was really sweet and something we're going to treasure forever.
That's a pretty amazing story.
Hats off to Edgar for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's smarter than anything I've ever done.
Neil had to put down his cake to contribute. The story moved him so much.
I did. It moved me away from the lemon loaf. So.
Thank you so much for being here today, Jenny. And then last but not least, we have Neda Winograd from Riverside, California. How you doing today, Neda?
I'm doing really well. How are you guys doing?
We are doing good today. I have a question for you. What was your favorite gimmick type episode?
Paintball. Has to be paintball.
What's your favorite paintball?
You can't beat the original. Yeah, the original was really good.
I always go with a few paintball more. I think the Western.
More?
Yeah, the Western for me.
The Western was good too, but I think the original was just the best.
As a big Lost guy, yeah. I was just excited to see him back on my TV. Neda, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right. So I just recently moved back to California. I was living in Las Vegas for 7 years before that. I'm a structural engineer for the Navy.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your service.
Yes, thank you.
I'm a civilian, but yeah, thank you.
I don't know how this works.
Well, structural engineers are very smart and help everyone. So thank you for doing structural engineering.
Not like my girlfriend's in the Navy or anything, and I should definitely know that. Whoops. All right. So for the game today, we're going to be asking questions one at a time to you guys. The first to 5 is going to win, but if you guys both reach or if all three of you reach 5 at the same round, we're going to go down to sudden death. And we're going to crown a champion today. Champion actually gets early registration, I think is the prize
Priority
today.
registration?
Yeah, there. It's been a while since I watched the show, but Jeff knows the references.
Yes, that I do. I will support you through and through, and I think we can also allow our champion today to hoist the pluribus anus flag and crown themselves the champion of Greendale Community College. So,
all right. So Jeff will be asking the first few questions. We're going to go in the order of Louie, Jenny, then Neda. You guys all got that?
Got it.
Ready.
All right, Jeff, take it away with question 1.
not going to lie, I have to skip a few of these because they already got spoiled. So let's get started with question 1.
I should have read them before.
Doesn't matter. All right. First question is going to be to Louie, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Louie,
right.
Jenny, then Neda.
You got it. In the season 3 episode, The First Chang Dynasty, the study group concocts an elaborate plan filled with silly disguises. To rescue the dean, Troy and Abed dress up as mustachioed plumbers with what 2 names?
These are hard hitting, by the way.
I started out with some hard ones. We'll ease into it in a moment.
Yeah, their names aren't actually coming to me. I'm going to say just Mario and Luigi.
All right. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. It is Rod and Barry of Rod and Barry's Plumbing, which is a nod to Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry.
That's a deep cut there.
It is. All right, on to Jenny with question 2. What writer, director, comedian not only directed 9 episodes of Community, but also appeared in front of the camera in the season 6 episode Basic Email Security as the hateful comedian Gupta Gupti Gupta?
I know that episode, but I have no idea who that person is. No, gotta pass.
All right, Jay Chandrasekhar. Chandrasekhar is probably known best for his series of Broken Lizard films, but not
like Super Troopers.
Like Super Troopers, yeah.
And a very prolific TV director as well.
All right, on to Neda with question 3. I swear they get easier from here. I can't count the reasons I should stay. One by one, they all just fade away. Or so it begins almost every episode of Community. But what is the name of this theme song, and what is the name of the performing artist?
I actually have this on my Spotify, but I cannot remember right now.
I only know it because when you play with captions, it says this by this band begins to play. And that's the only reason I know this.
I can't remember. I think we're going to have to tap on this one.
Okay. That would be At Least It Was Here by the 88.
That's right.
Well, now that the warm-up round is out of the way.
So the first 3 questions, all taps, but they did it as a community. So, and those questions were from Oakland 5 supporter Keith Moser from Allentown, PA. Thank you, Keith.
All right. So let's get some more questions. Maybe we'll see how these go. Maybe a little better, right? Louie, we're going to start with you. Although only appearing in 2 episodes, the late Betty White played a professor of what subject on Community?
She played June Bauer, professor of anthropology.
Yay, we got points. 1 point for Louie.
Yes.
All right. Jenny, your second question. In what state is Community set?
That would be set in Colorado.
See, I need to ask all the questions. That's how this works. Okay, and Neda. So after Abed scientifically figures out who the boss is, which class does Professor Sheffield decide to run next, or based on what sitcom?
I don't remember that one either.
Does anyone else have an idea? Just to open it up.
I actually watched this one today. Do you want to go for it, Louie?
No, you go ahead. Yeah, I remember it, but yeah, you go for it.
I think the book he's reading is called What Was Happening, and it's on the sitcom What's Happening.
That is correct. No bonus points, but great job knowing that one. All right, Jeff, take the next round.
All right, I will take the next round here. Jeff does not use people's actual names in his contact list on his cell. What is Britta's name in Jeff's cell phone, Louie?
I believe it's Hot Blonde from Spanish.
I will accept that. It is Hot Blonde Spanish class. Yep. All right, Jenny. What are Shirley's children's names?
Oh, I know they're biblical names. I want to say they're Elijah and Jordan.
Elijah and Jordan is correct. All right, and Neda, who narrated the Halloween episode Epidemiology?
Man, I should know these things. I'm doing really bad today. I cannot remember for the life of me either.
No, you're not getting that one?
I
can't offer a hint, but I'd like to. For sake of fairness.
Oh, man. Yeah, I can't remember.
Anybody else remember proudly announces who they are at the end of the episode? Louie?
Oh, George Takei. I remember that.
George Takei. That is correct.
All right,
nice little voicemail bit.
I don't think that was a hint, so.
No, I'm saying it was a nice poll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he say "Oh my" in the episode?
Oh my! I'm George Takei.
And he gives that little answering machine thing at the end.
Yep. He's like, if your name is
that.
Evan, this is for you.
All right, Matt, you want to take it away again?
Sure. Louie, where does Annie's fake ID say she's from in mixology certification?
So Annie's fake ID says her name is Caroline Decker from Corpus Christi, Texas.
She's just from Corpus Christi. That is correct. Jenny, what do Troy and Abed have in their apartment to make it fancy?
Oh, that would have to be what every fancy person has, the toilet olives.
And the correct answer is toilet olives.
Can't have a classy party without those.
All right, and Neda, what is Starburn's first name?
I believe it was Alex.
And that is Alex.
Well, after
there's a person between these.
So after it looks about like 12 questions or so, scores are very tight. Louie with 3, Jenny with 3, Neda with 2. Just wanted to mention that some of the questions that Matt read earlier were from Evan Bendixson. He's an Oakland 5 supporter, and he told us his favorite character is Evil Abed.
Evil Troy and Evil Abed. Yep. Want me to take the next 3?
Yep.
All righty. All right, we'll go back to Louie. Greendale's football team is now known as the Greendale Human Beings. Who could forget the lovely human beings representing all of the cultural diversity of the school? What was their previous mascot?
Man, I do remember just seeing this. I remember them rebranding to the Human Beings because they have the color chart that goes from seal to seal's teeth. What were they before that? I'll just say the Greendale Rams.
Unfortunately, it was the alliterative Greendale Grizzlies. All right, on to Jenny. As the dean enters dressed as non-denominational Mr. Winter, what greeting does he use?
I'm going through all of his other costume changes. The Tina Turn back time, but I can't pull the Mr. Winter one. I'll just say season's greetings.
No, it is Merry Happy.
Very happy.
And Neda. Shirley gives the group a gift each in the form of a bracelet. What is inscribed on the side of the accessories she gives the group?
It's WWBJD.
Yes.
What would baby Jesus do?
That is correct. Or as Pierce fears, what would Billy Joel do?
What would Billy Joel do? I'm curious.
I don't know, but he was not excited to find out.
Yeah, I think Pierce says, like, oh, he would write another crappy song.
We took it all. We brought them to our land. An endless night, ember hot and icy cold. The rage of the earth. We made this curse. Carved it in the blood on our backs. We did not see. We could not, but she did. And in the end...
What will I become? Senua's Saga. Hellblade 2.
Play it now with Game Pass.
I will go back to Louie with this question. Very simple. I just want you to tell me, what is the slogan of the STD Fair?
The STD Fair slogan was catch knowledge.
Catch knowledge is correct. All right, Jenny. Senior Chang has his class fill out anonymous evaluation forms. One of them is particularly hurtful to Ben Chang, so he compares the handwriting to past assessment tasks. What characteristic gives away the author?
Isn't it that they dot the I's with little hearts?
Yes, that is how we figured out that it's Annie, because she dots all of her I's with little hearts. All right. And on to Neda. Professor Whitman instructs his class to open his textbooks to page 37 and then do what?
Throw them away.
Literally throw their books to the floor. Carpe diem.
All the scores are tied at 4.
All right. Louie, when the study group gets stuck in a Winnebago that was turned into a flight simulator, they uncover that it was originally supposed to be used by what fast food chain back in the 1980s?
It was supposed to be a Kentucky Fried Chicken vehicle.
That is correct. KFC. Pierce claims to have been married how many times?
Oh,
Jenny.
He's a serial romancer. I'm going to say 7 times.
The answer is 7. All right. And Neda, after the cancellation of Cougar Town, Abed created a show that was similar to Doctor Who in order to cope with the loss. What was the name of that show?
Inspector Spacetime.
That is correct. And that question was worded wrong because he didn't create it, but it already existed. Good job, website that I'm pulling these questions from.
So that means that everyone's reached 5, which is the goal. So from this point on, if you can answer right, you're still in it. If you can answer wrong, you are eliminated. Is that right, Jeff?
Yep, it's
I think so.
our own game of paintball, I guess.
Yep.
If you get it wrong, you get shot. Sorry.
All right. Going along with the school's diversity, there's also a religious diversity among the study group. Jeff is agnostic, Shirley is a Christian, and Annie is Jewish. Britta is atheist, Troy's a Jehovah's Witness, Abed is Muslim, and Louie, I want you to tell me, what is Pierce?
Pierce is, he's born again, but it's from his weird Laser Lotus Buddhist temple.
Yes, he is I will accept Laser Lotus. He's a level 5 Laser Lotus in his Buddhist community. All right. Jenny, while training their rat, what song do Troy and Abed sing?
Oh, it's the Fievel song, Somewhere Out There.
Somewhere Out There is correct.
Love that episode.
Do you? Yeah, it's a good one.
That song is on Spotify. It's on one of my playlists.
I've been singing it from the show.
I've been singing it, yeah.
That's amazing. I love this very much. Neda, your question. Who does Shirley dress up as for Annie's Dia de los Muertos party?
Of course, this is going to be the one I get eliminated on.
If it helps, Jeff was a sexy cowboy. Pierce was the Beastmaster. Troy was Eddie Murphy. Abed was Batman.
That's when Pierce trades his pills, right, for some of Starburns.
Britta was a squirrel, and Annie was a sexy skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
That puts you in
I'm
the...
just going to go with Angel. I don't remember.
Unfortunately, she was Harry Potter.
Or to the study group, she was Urkel.
So valiant
So the
effort, Neda. You ended with 5 points, though, which is what you had to reach anyway. So it's just that everyone's so
All
good
right.
today. So you're still here, though. So we need you for some color commentary here, if there's any episodes that you love. So let's see, guys. What do we have?
Louie, thinking back to season 1, Britta dated this man named Vaughn. Vaughn had a band. What was the name of his band?
Vaughn's band's name was Some Worries.
It was Some Worries with their hit single, Getting Rid of Britta, I believe.
Gotta get rid of the bee.
All
She's
right.
a no good bee.
Jenny, in season 4, the first episode, Abed goes to his happy place when there's going to be some changes. Who was the actor who played the role of Pierce in his happy place? Famous sitcom actor.
Yes, that was Fred Willard.
The answer was Fred Willard.
Nice.
And since Neda is eliminated, I'm just going to jump in here because it isn't for points or anything. But Neda, who's your favorite guest star on Community of all time?
Catherine McPhee as Pierce's stepdaughter.
Oh, so good, right?
That was good.
Ex-stepdaughter.
Yes, ex-stepdaughter.
LeVar Burton for me.
Can't ask my
clearly.
question about
Yeah,
Hector.
LeVar Burton was really good too.
Can't ask my question
Just
about
Troy's
Hector the
freak out.
Well-Endowed.
Yeah.
You can't disappoint a picture.
I love the
Troy's
callback.
freak out.
This one. Oh, the callback they have in the news banner that says LeVar Burton and non-celebrity were captured by pirates.
So good.
Yeah, Troy's little freak out in the bathroom when he's singing the Reading Rainbow song.
Mm-hmm.
The
Set
reading
phasers to
rainbow.
love me.
The reading. Yeah, it's great.
So good.
I actually read an article recently that LeVar Burton was saying that was like when he watched the episode later, that was like one of his favorite parts of the whole episode is just seeing him in the bathroom singing this song.
All right, so it looks like we're tied at 7. So
Did you decide which direction you want to go, Matt?
still a chance.
Yeah, we're gonna go all the way back to season 1 here for you, Louie. I want you to give me the answer within 1 hour. Annie convinces Troy and Abed to participate in a psych experiment dubbed the Duncan Principle. How long did Abed spend in the waiting room until Annie told him to go home?
Oh man, within 1 hour. I think I remember her saying that it's like he was here all night. But I think Troy only lasted like 2 hours. Gosh. I'm gonna say let's go 26.
26 hours and 13 minutes is the correct answer.
Oh my god.
Within the hour.
Wow.
All right. So to prevent Troy from attending his date, what medical condition does Annie fake in order to intercept his plans?
Right. This is the episode where she wanted to have the picnic blanket date with him. I remember the blanket was from her movie. I think she fakes having appendicitis.
Yes, that is correct. She fakes having appendicitis.
Well, it seems like you guys are all big Community superfans, and we have a tie. Is that correct, Neil?
Yeah, they're tied at 8-8. So I think Jeff had one tiebreaker. If we want to crown a winner, or we can just crown dual champions as well.
Let's do a tiebreaker because that's more fun, right?
All right, let's do it.
Everyone has fun. Okay.
And this comes from Keith Moser, I believe.
Mm-hmm. The way this is going to work is this is kind of an open-ended question. Closest to the actual time wins. You guys will lock in your answers and no cheating, please, I guess. That'll work. All right.
Very official.
Yeah. According to Wikipedia, what is the total runtime of the Community soundtrack? Closest to actual time wins. So, Louie, what would you say is your answer for that?
I'm gonna say 52 minutes.
Okay, and Jenny.
Okay, I'll go 45 minutes.
Well, the correct answer is 34 minutes and 45 seconds, making Jenny today's winner. Congratulations.
Is there some sort of like community reference of a prize?
Jenny is streets ahead and multiple other references.
Nice.
5 meow meow beans.
Yeah.
There you go.
Love it.
I forgot the origin of meow meow beans. Community.
I believe everyone is a winner here, though, today. So, Jenny, you might get the 5 meow beans. Louie will be sending you home with the E Pluribus Anus flag. And Neda, of course, I think that you deserve the cape from the failed TV show The Cape. So
The Cape from The Cape?
And what a great match. I mean, tied 8-8. So it came down to a sort of a coin toss question there, but both contestants should be proud. They got to 8 and they were tied and going neck and neck. And everyone should be proud. Neda included, Jenny and Louie, for being just great contestants today. And thank you to Keith Moser, Evan Bendixson, Sean Huang for sending in questions as well.
Louie, any last words today?
No, just this was a lot of fun. Shout out to my pre-wife Audrey. She's the Rachel to my Abed. She basically sat there while I binged multiple seasons the past week. And my brother, who I've already said we do the Troy and Abed handshake together. So awesome, great job also to Jenny and Neda. This is a lot of fun, and I was happy to be here. Thanks again.
All right, Jenny.
Well, thanks for having me. It was so much fun to play. Shout out to my husband, Edgar, who also put his name in and was actually chosen, but let me fill in his place. We had our friend quiz us on some community questions, because I got a couple more right. Edgar said I could be on, so that was a lot of fun. Yeah. I had so much fun. Thank you guys for a really great competition.
All right, and lastly, Neda.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. This is a lot of fun. I've been wanting to be on your show for a while, and so I'm glad I finally was able to do it. Also, shout out to my husband, Sam. Thank you for everything.
Yes, thanks to all the partners who might not like the show as much as we do and put up with it just because it's such a great show and fun for us to watch.
That may not be limited. That might include some of our partners.
Thank you to everyone who listens to Triviality with their partners, even if they don't like it. So thank you so much for listening. Thanks again to Jeff for co-hosting with me. Thanks for Neal. If any listeners out there have ideas for other kind of specialty games that you'd like to see done, I always get them for... Which one? Psych? We get a lot of Psych.
Psych. We were talking about Brooklyn Nine-Nine, possibly.
Yeah, I say Burn Notice over and over, but nobody wants to, but that's okay. I'll just play it myself. But yeah, if you have any ideas, just, hit us up at trivialitypodcast@gmail.com or on The Crop or at Patreon or on TikTok or Snapchat or Friendster.
And speaking of Louie, too, by the way, I always want to give a nice shout out. Louie is our most prolific play tester, so you're probably getting your game play tested by him before you come and host a full game. So thank you to Louie for that.
Really helps to smooth out the process, make sure we have good questions. I think, since Matt and I wrote some of these questions today, we really struggled because we couldn't have Louie review them. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep, not fair. So again, thanks to everybody who played. Thanks to everyone who listened. My name is Matt, and that was Triviality.